You've made it through the technical part of class and should have a good understanding of the rules and regulations stations and announcers must abide by. You should be comfortable with the playback equipment and console, although that will make more sense when you see it and train on it in person. You know the types of recorded elements and imaging a station uses on the air and the types of breaks announcers perform. Welcome to the speaking portion of KANW's radio broadcasting class, where you will learn how to perform those breaks. Radio has evolved to become more of a companion than an entertainment source. For example, in the early days, radio was a primary medium. Families would gather around the radio to be entertained by Franklin Roosevelt's fireside chats, kind of like people watch television today. Now, radio is a secondary medium, meaning the radio is on in the background while the primary focus is on something else like driving, working at the office, cooking, cleaning, and so forth. Announcers add companionship and personality to the sound of a station. One of the tricks to adding personality and sounding relaxed and natural is to be yourself, but be entertaining. This doesn't mean that if you're a naturally quiet, unassuming, or introverted person when you are at home, that you should bring this part of yourself to the radio. When I say be yourself, I mean bring out the part of you that wants to be an entertainer, the you that sings in the shower or sings along with the radio when you're alone on the road. Explore the part of you that yearns to perform. Be funny. Remember, you are entertaining your listeners. This is radio, not therapy. Having personality doesn't mean we have to be a comedian either, but humor helps. Not everyone is naturally funny, but everyone has a sense of humor and can recognize a funny moment or story. Personality radio means having a rich, full life and drawing on all of your experiences while performing. Talk about what you see, what you notice, what you think about, and what you feel. Talk about what excites you, what saddens you, and what irritates you, all with added humor. Show that you are a regular human being, just like your listeners are. Now, having a naturally resonant and baritone sounding voice is certainly an advantage. A lower pitched voice gives a sense of credibility, trust, and confidence, especially with newscasters and sportscasters. Voice quality is still very important in radio. However, most voices possess considerable range, and with training, practice, and experience, a person with a high pitched voice can develop an appealing and pleasant on air sound. Almost all announcers hated their voice at the beginning of their careers, me included. The voice we hear inside our heads is not the same voice others hear when we speak. Listening to a recording of your voice will show you the way you sound to others. Warning: if you've never heard your voice recorded, this can be a shock and can take some getting used to. Try to put aside the negative feelings and learn to critique yourself in a positive manner as you gain experience. Always be yourself and be real. Making the most of what you already have is a lot better than trying to be something you're not. All voices are beautiful when properly played, and all voices can be worked with and improved upon. What you may lack in resonance, you may make up for with personality and the techniques that we'll talk about in class. Being familiar and confident with the workings, mechanics, and technical aspects of radio is also important when announcing, which is why we've concentrated on those aspects so far. Knowing the board, being prepared in what promos we're going to play, having correct songs queued up, being ready for a smooth transition to the next program, all add up to a smooth presentation. Too many technical snafus can be irritating to the listener. Always try to make the overall sound as professional as possible so that pride and workmanship comes through.